Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to MachoBurger Productions. I'm your host, Dylan Nell. Today we're going to be doing a little Q&A. And for people who don't know what Q&A stands for, it stands for questions and answers. About a week ago, I asked you guys to send me some questions, and I got a lot of them here. And for anyone who left a question, the shout-outs will be in the credits of this video. So with that, let's get started with the questions here. Do you know Dewey? Free car up to 100K or free house up to 100K? I'd probably say house. Honestly, I'd probably do the house for 100K because you can probably get a nice house for that. In all honesty, at least I think you could. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. What's the most drinks you remember consuming without blacking out? I don't think I've ever been intoxicated to the point where I've blacked out. But I do know there was a time. I also don't really keep track of how many alcoholic beverages I consumed either. But there was a time I was at the beach, and I was with a group of friends, and we were having a good time. We were just drinking. And I remember I lost the ability to walk. So for a hot minute, I'm just crawling around on the floor for a good while, and I made it on to the balcony, and I called one of my friends I used to work with at the movie theater, and I talked to him for 2 hours while we were talking about the McDonald's cartoon characters from that they used to have, and then I remember somehow losing my shirt and shorts, and I remember just in my undies, laying, just kind of walking around the house. But I don't remember when I gained the ability to walk again. But yeah, so there's that. Rather shower in clothes or roll in mud? I'm just not a fan of mud in general, which is kind of weird because I'm from the South. But not a huge fan of getting muddy. So I'd rather just shower with the clothes on because I can easily just throw them in the dryer and dry them off and put them back on. Should there be more movies rated higher than rated R that need to be produced? I would say yeah, why not? I mean, in my 2 years working at a movie theater, I never saw a movie come in rated higher than rated R. So I really wouldn't know what the protocol for that was. I do know there's been movies that have been rated NC-17, and they also have Triple X, which is your pornographic films. NC-17. I know there's been a couple of movies that's been rated that, but they don't really do well box office wise, I'm assuming, because they don't release many of them. So, I mean, if you have an idea for a movie, I mean, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, let them be produced. What's the meaning of life? 42. Do you believe in Pluto? I want to say that this question was unfinished. Because do you believe in Pluto? Do I believe in the planet? I believe that it is a planet. I believe that. Or they're talking about the dog from Disney, because I believe in it too. It can do whatever its little heart wants to do. Now Pluto, for a lot of people who want to disagree with me, we can have a debate in the comments. But Pluto is a planet. I've said it. Pluto's a planet. Fight me. Free alcohol or free gas? Probably free gas. Because, I mean, think about it. How often do you pay for gas? You're probably buying gas more than you are alcohol. Because you would need gas to go to buy alcohol. So, I'm going to say gas because that's going to save you a little bit. That's going to save you at least $10-20 a week by not having to fill your tank up all the time. Stay woke. Oh my bad. No more soda, sweet tea, or alcohol. Another thing, it's weird that I live in the South, but I'm going to have to say sweet tea. Now, before everyone gets all mad at me for that, sweet tea just dries out my mouth if I have more than 2 glasses. So, I don't know why it happens, but it just dries out my mouth. So, I'm going to have to get rid of that one because I do like the occasional beer. And soda, it's nice to have a nice good old Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew or Pepsi, whatever soda you prefer. But I prefer Coke. I prefer that. So, yeah, I like having that with my meals. So, I'm probably going to have to say get rid of sweet tea for me. Rather not eat fish, beef, pork, or chicken. Pick 2. Well, I absolutely love chicken because my grandfather made some of the best fried chicken you've ever tasted. And my mom also uses the same recipe. So it's hella good. So I can't get rid of chicken. I'm keeping that. And I can't really get rid of beef because I think it would be kind of weird to be called MachoBurger Productions if it's his own burger and not eat beef. I think that'd be kind of weird. So I'm going to have to get rid of fish because I don't really eat a lot of it anyways. And pork because I really only eat ham around the holidays anyways. So, I mean, those two, they can skedaddle. I didn't like that word. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with beef, chicken, get rid of fish and pork. Famous but sad life or poor and happy life? Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough question. See, I think famous people are a lot sadder than what they want you to think they are, Because yeah, they have all this money, but it can't really buy happiness, But poor and happy, I guess I'd rather be happy, but are you happy like literally all of the time? Because this might sound weird, but I kind of want to go through the sadness in life as well. Because once you're in those sad times, it really makes you want to get to the happy times. And you gotta get, like Bob Ross said, you gotta get through the sad times to make it to the happy times. Everybody has to go through them at some point. But I feel like being happy all the time would get boring. So I'd probably pick poor and happy, honestly, because I don't have that much money now, but and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at though. So known for something horrible you did after you died, or go unknown for something great. Oh, another good one. Something horrible could be anything. It could be from murder to whatever. Probably die being unknown for something great. Because yeah, you did something great, but but you won't get the credit for it. But I'd rather die knowing that I did something great. That the great thing will be remembered, but I don't remember who did it. So yeah, I would pick the something great. When will technology outsmart humans? I'd probably say in the next 5 to 10 years. Maybe because phones are already outsmarting humans now, so I give it time before AIs and robots will start taking over as well. The other day I saw what was it? A picture of two people giving a gun to a robot. So already we're not doing too well here. That's why I'm going to say 5 to 10 years. Is Area 51 a scam, or do you think there's some supernatural or extraterrestrial stuff out there? Or there? I could see where people would think Area 51's a scam. I know you're not allowed to be near it or get close to it. So I think that's why a lot of people think it's a scam. But it could just be a whole government conspiracy in general. So I've never really peeked into it a lot, so I can't give you a 100% answer from me. I've never really looked into it all that much. But who knows? There could be some supernatural stuff there. Can you sing "Death of a Bachelor" by Panic at the Disco at my wedding if I ever have one? Whoever sent in this question, yes. Yes, I will. And I think I know who it is. But I'm going to give a little backstory on this song with me. I went down to the beach with a couple of friends back in May. And we were all, having a good time, drinking. And we were doing karaoke off of YouTube. And I decided to do Panic at the Disco's Death of a Bachelor. And if you've ever heard that song, there's a couple high notes in that. And I hit all of them, and everyone chest bumped me and high fived me, and they were super excited about it. And I have tried it sober, and I can still hit the notes. So yes, if you ever get married, whoever sent this question, let me know, and I'll be there to sing "Death of a Bachelor." What will the next great philosopher be known for? Probably the dankest of dank memes, honestly. Will the Cleveland Browns have a positive year? I am not a Cleveland Browns fan. I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. So I don't really pay attention to the Browns. But, because they're my team's rival. Good old Cincinnati. Hoo-day. So, I will go ahead and pull up the standings. Because I know Cleveland Browns last year went 0-16. And I'll go ahead and pull up the standings for it. And currently, as of Wednesday, October 10th, the Cleveland Browns stand at 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. So already they're doing 2 wins better than they were last season, and I'm going to consider that a positive year so far. Because they've only lost twice, and they've only won 2. So they're doing way better than last year. So, answer your question, yes. The Cleveland Browns will have a positive year. What was your least favorite food challenge? Filmed, After Effect, and editing. Now, after... we've done a couple of food challenges on MachoBurger. Most recent was the McDonald's dinner box challenge. That one was kind of fun because it was relaxing and he had an hour to do it in. But I wouldn't say that was my all-time favorite. But the After Effects, I'm going to go ahead and answer with the After Effects first. Because the two that were my least favorite because of the After Effects was either the Blazing Wing Challenge or the Macho Taco. Because I've told the Macho Taco story multiple times on the podcast. But the after effects of the Blazing Wing Challenge was really, really bad. Because we filmed it and then like we settled down for about an hour and then we all kind of branched off their own separate things. From the time of 10 p.m. to 10 a.m., so a full 12 hours, I had to shit 7 different times. And being the only one out of the 3 of us that didn't throw up during the challenge, it hurt so much worse coming out at that end because it was all just in there and it probably one of the most painful things I've ever felt. And it burned so bad. I know at one point my dad was trying not to laugh at me, but he knocks on the bathroom door. He was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And like I have tears in my eyes, and I'm just like, "No." And he just laughed and walked away. But Pepto-Bismol helped a lot in that situation. So with the after effects, I'm gonna say Macho. I'm not Macho. I'm gonna say the Blazing Wing Challenge. Now, being edited, there was a couple of them I didn't actually edit. I know Macho Taco I didn't edit, and the McNugget one I edited part 2, but I didn't edit part 1. The Bean Boozle one I didn't edit. Some of the editing was done by Kaiser Isabel on our early days. Shout out to him. I think he does have a YouTube channel, so you need to check him out as well. But he did some of the editing whenever we first got started here. So with editing, really the only one I remember, I did Blazing Wings and I did the McDonald's. Honestly, I don't remember if I edited the Blazing Wing or not, but I know. So I would say that one for editing, just because I don't remember if I did that one or not. So I'll just say that was my least favorite for that. No. I'll take that back. I take that back. My least favorite was also the Blazing Wing when it comes to editing, because I had to watch the clip of Kyle throw up 7 different times. Just to get the perfect slow motion. So that one's definitely my least favorite when it comes to editing. Now, being filmed was the Blazing Wing challenge. No, what was it called? The Insane Sauce. The Insane Wing from Zaxby's. That was my least favorite one being filmed because we had 2 different cameras. But the camera that we had sitting in front of us while me and John are sitting here, the camera was in front of us. The camera that was in front of us had died midway through. We weren't aware, so we're just sitting here talking to the camera in front of us because we didn't know the other one was the one that was in the background was standing was the one being used. And then so if you ever watch that one, you notice why it just switches to a further view. That's because the other one died. I like that question a lot, honestly. Really like that. What is the significance of the points at which the Raman zeta function with complex domain vanishes? I read your question before filming, and I want to say I came up with an answer for that. So here we go. Came up with an answer. Now, I'm assuming you're referring to the non-trivial zeros of the function, as every negative even integer satisfies the desired property, proving all non-trivial zeros, like on the critical line, as an unsolved problem in mathematics, known as the Raman hypothesis, and has $1 million prize for a solution. Attempts to solve this, though, are super unsuccessful, but they have resulted in significant advancements in abstract algebra, analytic number theory, complex analysis, and differential geometry. Not only will attempting to prove further mathematics greatly, the result itself will likely find application in physics, computer science, or engineering in a few hundred years, like most pure math. And as I say to you, get good. Would you be willing to butt chug a flaming Jesus shot? I'm not gonna lie to you. No clue what flaming Jesus shot is, but it sounds like it's gonna burn my asshole. So I'm down. I accept your challenge. As a man who has butt chugged a beer, do not try that at home. To any viewer, listen, do not try this at home. Do not try that at home. Do not try any butt chugging of anything at home. I take on your challenge. I'll do it. If you bring me the shot, I'll do it. It's going to only be a one-time thing, though. I'm not going to film it, but we'll talk about it. So bring it on. And someone sent a whole article by the Daily Edge. And the article was called 12 of the Toughest Questions You'll Ever Be Asked to Answer. So we're on the final 12 questions here. And they're apparently the toughest questions you will ever be asked to answer. So let's get started with these. Question number 1. Would you rather have all farts be silent but extremely deadly, or all farts be harmless but extremely loud? I'm going to say harmless but extremely loud, because you can use that to your own advantage. You know they don't smell bad. You know they're absolutely 100% harmless. But people in line at things don't know that. You can walk up to someone and be like, whoop, you know it's harmless, but they'll run away. You are your own, you'll probably be considered a villain, but you have your own superpower at that point. You can call yourself Fart Boy or Fart Girl or whatever. Flatulence Lad. But you have that power in your hand. You know that it's not going to smell bad, but people are afraid of farts. It's a natural thing, but people are afraid. So you use your ass blast to good use. And that's what I'm choosing. Loud, extremely loud, but extremely harmless. Love it. Would you rather drink orange juice expecting it to be milk, or drink milk expecting it to be orange juice? Well, I have to go with the drink orange juice expecting it to be milk, because I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm not going to be drinking milk in the first place. So by default, I have to go with the other one. Drinking orange juice, but expecting it to be milk. Would you rather have legs as long as your fingers, or fingers as long as your legs? That's just odd. That's just a very odd question. Because, I mean, look how small my fingers are, right? I mean, on both hands. I mean, they're kind of relatively small. Now, I'll even show you guys my legs. Ow. I mean, look at that. I mean, I don't know. Would I rather have fingers the size of my leg? Could you imagine slapping someone in the head? I mean, it would just wrap around their whole skull. It'd be like a boa constrictor. Oh, man, but having legs the size of my... Oh, God, that'd be terrible. I guess I'd just be walking around like Brock Lesnar like most of my days. But I'm going to say fingers as long as my legs. Because I'd love to see someone try to pick a fight with that guy. Would you rather sweat mayonnaise or sweat ketchup? Ugh. As a man who's self-conscious about the way he smells... weighing the two, ketchup smells less weird. I like mayonnaise on sandwiches, but I wouldn't want to sweat that out because people are going to look at you like you're weird. It also looks like nut. It looks like nut. and I don't think I want to be sweating that out because that looks horrifying. And mayonnaise smells disgusting. I mean, it might taste great on sandwiches, but like mayonnaise smells horrible. So I'm going to say sweat ketchup because once again, going back to this power thing, it looks like you're sweating blood and no one's going to mess with you. Would you rather know when you will die or how you will die? Well, if I know how I'll die, that means I can just avoid the whole situation entirely and prolong my life. Or I could know how old I will be when I die. And I can know how long I'll be here on Earth and be able to do as much things as possible. I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go. I want to know when I will die, like what year, how old I will be, because that lets me know I have a certain amount of time on this earth to do as many great things as I possibly can. So I'm gonna do that one. Would you rather step on a piece of Lego barefoot every day for a week, or get a single paper cut between your toes? I'm rarely barefoot as it is, so I don't know how I would get a single paper cut between my toes. And I've seen the Jackass guys try it, and I don't want any part of that. So I'm going to step on a piece of Lego barefoot every day because I used to have Legos, like every kid does, and I've stepped on them before. And I'll step on them again for a whole week straight. I don't mind. Would you rather make your internet browsing history for the last 12 months accessible to anyone for a year, or give up the internet for a year? Give up the internet for a year. Would you rather understand any language or be able to play any instrument? Out of those two, I don't really travel that much. The language one wouldn't benefit me, and music is the universal language, baby. So I'm gonna be able to. I want to be able to play every single instrument. Everything I pick up, I can play it. Like my boy Dave Grohl. I love that man. So yeah, I want to be able to play every instrument. Would you rather always be a little bit too hot or a little bit too cold? I would rather be a little bit too cold because I don't do well when I get overheated. I get really sweaty, and the self-consciousness about my smell kicks in. But I would, because think about it. You know, on those winter days when you're just a little bit too cold and you get to like bundle up in your blanket and you're just happy and you're cozy as all get out. I didn't like that sentence structure. I'm sorry, but you're just comfy as all hell. I love that, and if I'm always going to be a little bit too cold, then hell yeah, I get to do that every single day. I get to wake up, be a little cozy every morning. So yeah, I'd rather be a little bit too cold. That's going to suck in the winter months, but I can just keep bundling up on layers. And if you're too hot, there's only so many layers you can take off before you get arrested for indecent exposure. Question number 10. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Well, 100 horses that are the same size as ducks. This is a lot of bending down that I don't really want to do. But I could just kick them every now. I could punch a couple, kick a couple, or I could just have one-on-one versus a big ass duck. I'm probably gonna do the horse-sized duck because it's just me versus it, and I don't have to worry about anything else. It's just me versus the duck, me versus one horse-sized duck. And shout out to Braun Strowman, but that horse-sized duck can get these hands. Question number 11. Would you rather take a 50% chance of winning $100 million or a 99% chance of winning $1 million? Oh, man. That's tough. Well, the 99% chance, you're pretty much almost guaranteed $1 million. While the other one, you're guaranteed a half a chance at $100 million. But if you invest the $1 million correctly, you can make the $100 million in no time. Oh, man, that's really hard, though. I have a higher chance of winning the one. I'm going to go with the one I have a higher chance on. Because if I'm coming out of something, I want to come out as a winner, and I have a 99% chance of being a winner, and only a 50% chance of being a winner at the other one. All right, last question. Would you rather never being Would you rather never being able to lie or never be able to tell the truth? Isn't that's pretty much like the whole premise of the movie Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, isn't it? Not being able to lie. I would do that, not being able to lie. Which would suck because you wouldn't be able to tell the white lies, like the little tiny ones. Like, oh man, does this shirt make me look good? Yeah, bro. Even though the shirt doesn't. Yeah, I would do that. I mean, you're probably gonna come across as an asshole for the rest of your life, but I mean, at least you're being truthful. That's all that matters. Stay woke. And that has been the Q&A with Dylan Now. I really enjoyed this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really enjoyed the Q&A. So hopefully we'll get to do another one of these again soon because I really enjoyed it. Just keep sending me questions and I'll get back to you and answering them on here because that was a lot of fun. Hope we learned a little bit today. I did. I also want to take a shout out because we've had this painting for a while now, but we haven't had time to actually talk about it. And a coworker of mine, Emily Wright, painted us this picture of Macho Bot. She painted it for me for my birthday. And I just want to give a huge shout out to her and a huge thank you to her for taking time out of her day and making us a painting. I love it. I still need to get it framed, but as soon as we get it framed, it will be like right in the background, like right here. And if you also notice, it's always behind Macho Bot whenever we do his stuff. I just want to say thank you guys for everything. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for everything. Thanks for coming back every week, watching us. If you really want to support us, we just started a Patreon. I'll put the link in the description. And if you sign up for us on Patreon, I haven't sat down and thought about the deals yet, but I'll come up with some deals, and I'll give you guys some good deals on there. Don't worry. But like, comment, subscribe, and if you please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I know we upload every Thursday, so we're always relevant at least. I know coming up soon we have another album review, and we're trying to get some more podcasts back. I know we haven't had one of those in a while. But as always, I'm Dylan Nell, and from everyone at MachoBurger Productions, stay macho.
do I do?